What's going on, everybody? It's Nick with Facemask Fantasy, and we are identifying some veterans for Dynasty purposes and breaking down how to proceed with that player for the 2022 offseason. Up today, the 2019 Offensive Player of the Year, Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas. Thomas was the unquestioned wide receiver one, at least for redraft purposes, going into the 2020 season. And at the time, there were definitely more than a few people that had him as their Dynasty wide receiver one as well. After all, Thomas was 27 years of age, having just posted 149 catches and over 1,700 receiving yards. It's been all downhill for Thomas since then, though. Injuries hampered his 2020 season, and everything spiraled out in 2021, following reports of setbacks with his ankle injury and a rift between him and the team. Much of Thomas's 2021 offseason was spent speculating if he even wanted to remain in New Orleans, and those speculations were only amplified when he eventually ruled himself out for the year midway through 2021. Now, 2 years later, Thomas will be 29 years old, entering his 7th NFL season. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported during the week of the Super Bowl that Thomas had been rehabbing in New York since the season concluded and is once again on speaking terms with the Saints organization. If true, this is a much more positive development than anything we got regarding Thomas in 2021. When it was reported last summer that Thomas had had a setback with his injury, his redraft ADP fell from the 3rd round to the 7th or 8th round. Now, he currently has a super early ADP of about 59 on Underdog Fantasy, so it's not unexpected to see him fall to the 6th round in 12-person drafts. His value is trending up a bit at the moment, but it's still pretty low for a player who just 2 years ago had polished off 3 straight seasons of over 100 catches and 4 straight seasons of at least 1,100 receiving yards. This makes a player like Thomas worth a look as a buy low in Dynasty leagues. There's, of course, some risk with a player coming off injury, not to mention this is a very different Saints team than when we last saw Thomas take the field. Sean Payton and Drew Brees are gone, and it's anyone's guess who the Saints quarterback will be in 2022. On top of that, Alvin Kamara has a pending legal situation and could be facing a suspension to start 2022. Marquez Callaway and Tre'Quan Smith are decent ancillary pieces, but should not be focal points of a passing offense. All this to say, if Thomas is healthy and motivated to get back on the field, volume should not be an issue. The window to buy a player with 90-catch, 1,000-yard upside is now. You can use the uncertainty of Thomas's status and the Saints' current roster makeup as leverage to keep the asking price lower than it normally would be for a player of this caliber. In my mind, that means you should be able to negotiate without having to offer a first-round pick. Something like an older but still effective running back, at least for now, that could be good enough to get a deal done with not much else having to be included. Depending on who it is, you might have to throw in a pick, but make sure it's something like a late second at best. Test the waters with the Michael Thomas owner and see if they're willing to talk shop. This just might be the opportune time to try to strike a deal for a proven wide receiver one without having to break the bank. What do you guys think about Michael Thomas for Dynasty purposes? Put any thoughts you have in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. We also host live streams on our channel each Tuesday and Thursday, all off-season long, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, come talk Dynasty or any other general fantasy football topics you might be interested in. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.